I'm really pleased and happy with the way our team came out and played in the first half. I thought we had great energy, enthusiasm, passion, intensity. Played against a very good team. It was a very physical game. We made a lot of plays defensively. I think especially down in the red zone, whether it was getting turnovers or a fourth down stop. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that we can work on and get better at and improve. The second half we probably didn't play offense like we wanted to. Ended up on the field quite a bit defensively. Maybe we shut it down a little too early in the game. You got to give Florida a lot of credit for continuing to battle in the game and fighting back in the game and played hard. But we have a program here and we have a high expectation and a high standard for how we want to play and what we want to do. And I don't think we did that last week until about the last 17 minutes of the game. So I was proud of the way we came out today. Not pleased with the way we finished the game. But this was a great win. It was a great atmosphere to play in. Tremendous crowd. Really had a lot of effect on the game, and I really thank them. And I know our players certainly appreciate the support and the enthusiasm. And we got to continue to work, to set a standard and get everybody to understand what it takes for 60 minutes in the game to play against good football teams, and we'll continue to do that. And it's not about how fast your opponent runs, it's about how fast you can run, and we need to do that all the time. And, we're here to help our players be successful in every way, and that's something that I think we came closer to today, but we need to continue to work on and mature and grow. We probably didn't have the success throwing the ball today that we'd have liked to have. We ran the ball very effectively in the first half. Had a lot of bad field position in the second half and couldn't get it going in the third quarter, but those are all things we need to work on.
And Coach, on Florida's first series, they got it down there on goal to go and brought Burton in. How much work did you guys do working on defensing him this week? And then how big was Nico's interception there?
Well, I think, fourth and whatever, 1 or 2 or whatever, to get out of there with no points after they put together a really good drive probably was a big momentum swing in the game, a big momentum changer in the game. And that was a huge play in the game, especially early in the game. And then for us to be able to control the football like we did the rest of the first half, was very good for us. And I was very, very pleased with the way we played in the first half. But that was a huge momentum swing in the game to get that stop on fourth down.
Coach, we talked with a number of the players this week, and they talked about what they worked on in practice this week after the Arkansas game, and they mentioned going back to basics, fundamentals, tempo. I know you said you weren't pleased with the way they finished, but would you elaborate on how you felt, how they came out, the tempo and the fundamentals?
Well, I was hoping that I explained that to start with, that I was very pleased with the passion that we had in the first half, the energy that we played with, the intensity that we had. Thought we were physical, we played with toughness, we played strong, we were motivated. I really was encouraged. I just think that you have to come out and do the same thing for 60 minutes in the game. I think practice was better this week, and I think it showed in the game. And we were playing against a good team that we needed to play that way against. And we need to continue to focus on doing that all the time, not some of the time, but all the time. And that's what we're going to continue to work on.
Coach, you can comment on Courtney Upshaw's play tonight. Had 4 tackles for loss, and looked like he was in the backfield most of the night.
Well, we put him on the edge and played a little more 3-4 and nickel than we usually do, and they have to fan out on him or whatever, and we had some edge pressures, but he's finally healthy, probably for the first time really all year, and did have a productive night. I was pleased with the way we played up front. We still made a few errors in the secondary and had some untimely penalties in the second half, but made plays when we needed to make them, and played great in the red zone. Got a couple turnovers down there and got a few stops, so that was really the difference in the game. And in each game that we've had with these guys, it's all come down to that. And, when they beat us 2 years ago, they scored every time they had it down there. We got them to third down and they scored, and Couldn't get off the field on third down. We did a little better job of that. Still gave up a few big plays in the second half, which we need to continue to work on.
Yeah, just overall, just the statement you made as far as where the program is right now with this type of win on a national stage.
Well, Florida's a great team, and they're well coached. They've got a lot of good players, and they've had a tremendous amount of success in their program. And again, we're focused on the standard that we want to play to, but we got a very challenging game coming up next week. All right, so this was a great win. It was an important win for us. It was great to be able to win at home, and it was a great crowd and a great atmosphere, and couldn't get better in terms of college football. But, we got to reload. We got a 24-hour rule around here. We'll enjoy it for 24 hours, and we need to get ready to play the next game.
You get only one sack of Brantley, but that doesn't really talk about how you affected him. You affected him pretty good tonight.
Right. Well, we didn't. We had 2 or 3 other opportunities where we could have finished. Maybe and got sacks, but I keep talking about affecting the quarterback doesn't just mean sacks. It means violating his space, that little box that he gets in back there, and wants to be comfortable to step up and throw the ball. And I thought we did a good job of pushing the pocket. I thought we did a good job of making him move in the pocket. And I thought that was critical on the interception, that C.J. Mosley made. And, he moved in the pocket, got pressured, and, threw the ball in a hurry. And I thought we were better at that tonight. I thought we did a better job of pushing the pocket and affecting the quarterback, even though we didn't finish all the time with the sacks.
Coach, speaking of C.J. Mosley, can you talk about the progress he's made? He really made a huge play for you tonight.
Yeah, well, he's a really good player, and each week we've been trying to give him a role to play. We played Nico in regular today. We played C.J. in nickel because of their speed and spread out and his athleticism, and he did a really good job. He made a few mental errors, didn't cover his guy a couple times, but did a really good job of covering his guy a couple times. So made a huge play with the interception and good run back. So we were very pleased that he got an opportunity to play, and maybe this experience will help him continue to develop as a player that can be productive for us in the future.
Coach, given how Florida looked last week against Kentucky, how important was to get points on that first drive?
Well, we would have taken the ball if we would have won the toss probably. And it was a good drive. We didn't finish it. We got a field goal out of it. But I think it's always important to be able to start fast. You want to finish strong, which we didn't necessarily do today, but we started fast in the game, and that was a good – I think the combination of what happened on that drive and then what happened on their drive when we stopped them on fourth down was a huge momentum swing in the game. And not that we wouldn't have played hard and continue to play hard, because we were focused and played strong, and just got to finish better.
Nick, I think you said at halftime on the network that that's what we've been waiting on. What did you mean by that? Was there some sort of level of satisfaction at that point?
Well, I don't think it was about satisfaction. I think it was about the way we played, the intensity that we played with, and the passion that we played with, and we had lots of enthusiasm and played with a lot of energy. And last year our team sort of did that as a matter of fact. We had a lot more experience, and I think we have some older guys who have set a good example for the younger guys, but the younger guys need to understand that they have to do it every play. It's not a sometimes thing. You have to do it every play. And I thought, we got that in the first half. And, we made some plays in the second half. We just had to play a lot of defense. And, you'd like to be able to move the ball and be aggressive offensively and continue to try to score points and control the ball a little bit so you don't allow a team to come back in a game. And they had an opportunity to score a couple times, and they would have been back in the game.
Hey, Nick, that's 2 weeks in a row your defense has forced turnovers in critical situations. Does it seem like this defense is sort of forming a knack for doing that?
Well, it's always good to get turnovers. It's always good to make big plays. And it's good to see guys that are making big plays. It's good to get turnovers. We were fortunate to get them at opportune times in the game tonight, which was a real positive for us and affected the outcome of the game. And I hope that's something that we can continue to do. It's something that we have emphasized tremendously with this group in terms of the turnover drills that we do. Every ball that hits the ground, they got to pick it up and run with it. So there's a lot of conscious effort going into trying to make and get turnovers. That's the one thing that probably has the biggest effect on the outcome of the game as anything.